Tainan and Jakarta in January and February probably will be my last overseas event.
When you are not promoting the other character,
Yeah, then people look for it.
ask for that.
There are times that we have difficulty decide like which to go.
Of course, it's fun to create new characters, but to maintain the
Maintain
same character is very important.
Yes, second half of the year is almost like every month we fly one time at least.
When you say that, it means that you haven't started yet.
The burnout part happened before when I tried to push through.
Hey everyone, this is Michael Chua.
Yo, I'm Edward Low.
Welcome back to my artist story.
Woo!
Whoa, episode 7. Wow.
Yeah, we are so energetic because this is a re-record.
We have to repeat and say the same thing because
luckily
now,
only the first part lah.
the first part the file got corrupt.
Luckily we did a check and not until we finish everything. So yeah.
Okay.
Here we go again. We will talk about.
Okay, now it's like almost like end of May. So when you listen to this podcast, should be like early of June. So like we are entering the most peak season of toy convention.
Yes.
Let's say June.
June itself. Previously, I think before COVID, most probably like we mentioned last few episodes, like usually kick off in April with Thailand Toy Expo. Then
yes, correct.
Still slow in May, and then eventually June, July, like once a month there will be a major event happening. Then towards until the end of the year, and then post COVID slowly start to have maybe once a month.
Yeah, once a month.
In any city, any country.
Or maybe twice a month.
Then slowly become twice a month. Then eventually, like even January already have events. So basically from January until December, so each month have some events happening. Then slowly become just Asia, within Asia region already maybe 2-3 events in a month. Sometimes some events even clash date for different events that happen at the same date, at the same weekend. And yeah, we are at the at the peak of slowly moving to the peak of the events in second half of the year. Something that we forget to mention in the past few episodes when we mentioned about exhibitions and all these events, right? Shout out to Dawn. So Dawn is from Global Figure GFS, Global Figure Showcase, or his brand is also Figure Lab. So basically, Don usually every year he will come out with a calendar of every big and small toy events happening around the whole world, not just Asia.
Yes, around the
Even
whole
though he just based in Japan, but he covered everywhere. Every event around the whole world. So there's this calendar from January until December every month. He will plug in all these major and those smaller events, and whatever new one he will put in also.
Yeah.
So
It's
now,
like the Marvel cinematic.
yeah, like the phase one, that
phase
kind
one,
of
phase 2.
So this
every
one
month we'll have like movies, then they will have TV
series. Yeah, so this one is also like that. The event of based on countries, based on cities, based on month, date, everything. So we are looking at this one should be the latest one he is posted in end of March.
We'll try to repost this in our
I think we'll post on our
social
social media, our stories,
so
and
to
things
remind,
like that.
so if any one of you wanted to like take part in the upcoming event, or maybe next year, you can actually plan ahead.
Or if anyone not within the industry question you, like got so many events, man. Or are there, is it so happening for this toy designer toys thing, right? So yes, you can show them this calendar to tell them like there are many events happening around the whole world.
Ready your money.
Yes.
And then the past event last week was in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, yeah, Sofubi Go.
It's also their very first event.
Yeah, I didn't know about this event until some of the friends mentioned like they are going to this event. Then of course most of the artists based in Hong Kong attended that event. So then only we realized, oh, there's such event.
Yes, it's very new lah.
Yeah, it's very new.
So
Hong
yeah,
Kong also slowly picking up with all the events. So there are many previous, I think 1 week after Thailand Toy Expo, there's another one also. We got invited, but unfortunately we unable to attend also. So yeah, it's getting more and more.
Okay, let's talk about what's the event happening in June.
June, we are looking at
There's so many events.
so for okay. On top of my mind, of course, the main one for us in Malaysia is Super Toy Fest. It's going to happen second year this time, and it's happening end of June.
27 to
29. 27, 28, 29. So 3 days event this year.
Yeah, but before that,
Then just talk about Asia itself. Asia itself, we have Philippine ToyCon PH is mid of June. Then there is a Toy Taste in Taipei, also mid of June. Then there is Adventure Festa, also Taipei.
21st until 22nd.
Yeah, so the following week after Toy Taste is Adventure Festa. Then in between, I think also there is Amazing Toy Show Summer.
Oh yeah. It's also fall on the same date with Adventure Festa.
Adventure. So basically, yeah.
To 22nd June as well. Wow.
So one in Hong Kong,
Crazy.
one in Taipei happening on the same date. Then we have
So if you are in Southeast Asia,
you have one in Philippines, and then I think the same date also Toy Taste. Toy Taste is 14, 15.
yeah.
ToyCon is 13 to 15 June. So yeah, so basically within Asia itself, 2 cities, 2 events back to back, all clash same date. Then we go further. What else?
Go further on to the other side.
To the other side of the world is 5 Point Fest. It's beginning of June.
Organized by
This one is by Clutter Magazine.
Yeah.
They are also doing the Designer Toy Award. I'm not sure if this year there is, because I don't think there is open for voting, and
this year like
no, don't have the info, right?
yeah, don't have info.
Previously, usually they will have like a panel
vote for
to like you can actually suggest even like
nominate.
upcoming new artists, best customized toys, best vinyl toys, best resin, that kind of things. But I think this year don't have that event. But 5 Point Fest still going on. And then there is mid of June there is actually ToyCon. This is what?
Decon UK.
Decon UK. Decon UK also happening in June.
Ready your wallet.
If you are from the other side of the world, like
Yeah.
you're not in Asia, there's this event, Decon UK, and then what else is happening? July wise is also quite happening.
July, I think we will save it for next episode.
just to go around, like, okay, June, there's like the whole world is going on, like few events happening around the same date, same time. So like for us as artists also, there are times that we have difficulty to decide like which to go, or like what are the toys to prepare for each event.
Because like most of the events are maybe 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, 2
so
to 3
you have
days.
to prepare enough stock.
Yeah.
And most of it is like back to back.
Yes.
So it's like you fly back, then next weekend will be another place.
yeah.
Next weekend will be another place.
That is if you choose to attend all.
Yes.
If not, even once a month, you still have like 3 weeks plus to prepare for the next show.
Yes, including like production and everything.
Yeah.
So for us, like the one that we are looking forward definitely will be Super Toy Fest happening in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And you're gonna have a booth, right?
Yes, we're going to get got a booth there to working on some things.
Okay. Okay.
Will be
when you say that, it means that you haven't started yet.
got concept.
Okay.
Got concept, got some idea, but not yet start. So
That's another 3 weeks for you.
next week, because this week got CAF KL. It's, comic art fair.
Yeah, comic art
KL,
fair,
so,
Kuala Lumpur
yeah.
at Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit 88. So this weekend there will be one. So basically my time right now is for that event. Then so by next Monday I will start preparing. Beginning of June is when go all out for Super Toy Fest lah. So whatever you see at the end of June, that is 3 weeks work.
But this time I didn't actually take part in Super Toy Fest, but I have a show in my gallery, and I invited like Claris from Philippines.
You
So
see, I
she
think if you are watching video, this is her character.
Yeah.
Her name is Maria. It's like hype beast ghost, female ghost.
Yes. and some of us will actually customize it.
Customizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
So
like a blank
Blank
toy.
one. So if you look at this one, means Michael also haven't started making it. It's still blank.
Yeah.
So it is a same venue, also in GMBB, same as Super Toy Fest. So if you're attending Super Toy Fest, do head up to 8th floor for this show.
Yes. Look for Claris as well.
Claris will be boothing at Super Toy Fest
Yes.
as well. So yeah, you can check her out, and she's also featured in our magazine.
Yeah.
This one.
Second issue.
Second issue, yes.
So
So,
remember
yeah.
to get get one copy and let her sign.
Let her sign, yes.
Yeah, or get her toys and let her sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just a rough idea to let you know, like there are many toys events happening around the whole world.
But in the previous days, like most of the event actually start from like April onwards. But this year, even early of the year, like January,
Yeah,
I already have like few events, and it's also because like it's just after Christmas, after New Year, and it's also like Chinese New Year is
happening
is
around the same
soon.
date. Yes, correct.
So what's the different like events that took place
I
in
think
early year
earlier year,
or in the mid year?
I don't think there's much difference. I think one thing about organizer these days, right? Especially new organizer, right? I think before they want to start an event, right, they need to choose a date that try not to clash with
Another
others. As much as possible, they don't want to clash.
Yes. But the only that's
So it's like based on the calendar that we are looking at right now, it's like
all the big events.
the big
start
event
occupied.
usually like second half of the year is when
Yes.
all the big events happening. So there are a few that try to do it before mid of the year. So that's happening like in January. I attended one is in Tainan, organized by Utoya. They do the magazine also.
Yes.
So it's one of the reason why we started our magazine also, because when we see what they do, it's like something that we want to do also, but in English. So that one in Tainan is my first time also, because previously I only attend those in Taipei Toy Festival. So want to see if like in another city how what's the difference.
I remember the Utoya events is very close to Chinese New Year, right?
I think 1 week,
1 week
plus.
before.
Yeah, I think when I came back, then within 1 week something, then it's already New Year.
How does it like events that's happening before?
For myself, I did slightly better compared to Taipei Toy Festival. I think one thing is because it's not really a huge event, and then it's beginning of the year,
It's
so
also not in Taipei as well.
not in Taipei, yeah, not in the main city, and then not many big brands like taking part, unlike in Taipei Toy Festival. So it's sort of like I have an equal chance to let more people see my works. So
I heard the venue also quite big as well, right?
quite big. It's in the convention center, so in Tainan. So it's quite. I think that venue also same for Mushroom Fest or some other fest in Taipei. I forgot. In Tainan, sorry.
Okay.
Some other toy event also took place at the same venue. So yeah, it is different from Taipei one because it's like of course it's
I
the
think Taipei there's way too many
biggest event and many big brands. Especially our booth is in Hall A, so it's the main hall.
Yeah, it's the main hall.
Then
And the venue also were not that big as well.
yeah, venue is not big, but booth there's a lot, and then it's obviously the crowd is very crowded. And for that whole 4 days, usually there's long line in front of our booth, not queuing for our stuff, but for someone else. Because all these
There's always a queue, always a line in front of some booth.
Because all these big brands, they all usually do activities like lottery system lah, signing session or this certain time you come here, take your number, then another time they will shout the number to. There's a lottery thing that you get to have a chance to buy the toys and things like that. And then usually all this
and also
queue,
announcement. After you take the number,
then
you have to wait for the announcement.
So another round. Then some is like previously I think some booth is like you queue up to go to the booth and then like you play cards or play game with the artist. Then if you win or lose, then you only get a chance to buy toys. Like a lot of these things happening for all the big brands.
They make it harder.
To make it
buy.
because of course they want to do these kind of things to like
To avoid the scam.
avoid the scalper lah. So it's one thing also, but somehow unfortunately it affected our chance to let more people see our works. Because like our things is not like those hot item, like event start then people rush to the booth and buy everything. So we need to let people see our toys before, like we need to take times to introduce
talk to the customer.
So unfortunately, like all these queues somehow like blocking the chance of people to actually want to see the things, see our toys. And then usually I think the queue only slow down like every other hour. There's
after lunch,
another booth happening, and then somehow it just happened in front of booth again. I think towards the end, like 4-5 o'clock, then only slowly no queue because the activity is over. So it's different.
Get to see our stuff.
Yeah, by then they already no money to buy lah. So
Okay, so after the Tainan show,
after Tainan,
there's another one, right? The Indonesia.
I went to Jakarta in February. That was during Chinese New Year. On the
Hardcore.
8 or 9 days. So basically the whole Chinese New Year I didn't really celebrate because like again we do last minute work. So
But there's also another purpose you go Jakarta, right? For the Linkin Park concert.
That one, yes, correct. That is the main purpose. I was telling
Jealous.
them. I was telling all of them like actually during the Jakarta, before I decide to go Jakarta Toy Fest. Of course, they haven't announced anything about the concert or anything. But once I decided, then it's like, there's actually more purpose to be there. So yeah, I mean, I'm more excited
two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I'm more excited for the concert, but still, Jakarta Toy Fair is a eye-opening event. Also, it's the first time there. Then it's a sort of like considered for me. It's considered as a back-to-back event already. One in January and then one in February. So usually, like we say before, like our friends, whoever. When they meet us outside, right, they always ask like, when is your next event? When are you flying again? So previously, like last year or the year before, usually second half of the year is almost like every month we fly one time at least. At least one time. Like last year, you hardcore in June, like you go Taipei, come back, then you join me at ToyCon PH.
Yeah, man, I don't know how I did it, but yeah.
By the time you were telling me like you look at the airport, you want to vomit already, right?
Yeah, I'm like hearing the ding, ding, ding.
The announcement and the airport sound.
Shit.
And then some of our friends, like those who went to Taipei last year, also quite hardcore. They do two in like basically Toy Taste and Adventure Festa. Literally back to back 2 weekend.
Like two to almost like close to 3 weeks.
Almost 2 weeks plus.
2 weeks
right?
plus. Yeah.
And then most of them went to Taipei Toy Festival in October, and they were like saying like they don't really want to do anything because they spend like, only in June they spend like 2 weeks back to until they don't know what else to do anymore because they're waiting for the event to happen, right? Then by October it's like the excitement, like for us at least, maybe go once a year, right? You still like, oh yeah, come back again.
True.
But for them it's like consider back to that, it's like one in June and then one in October. So
Because a lot of time when we travel to like maybe let's say Taiwan, because we are staying in the venue there, so
nearby.
we don't get to like visit any show out there.
Yeah.
So it's like you stuck there, and then
Even we go also quite rush. Like,
always we
yeah,
try,
always rushing,
I mean, like we fly during the setup day, then after dismantle next day we flew back to
that is the most cost saving plan lah.
yeah.
It's like a lot of people think like, oh, you go there very fun when they see us at the airport again. It seems like we are going to holiday, but 90% of the time, right, we are not holiday. There's no feeling of like going to holiday other than get on the plane, check in hotel, that's it, and then maybe eat some local food. But other than that, right, 90% of the time we are in the working mode. It's like we are there for event.
Every time I attend event, or the one of the scary things is that we are taking McDonald's breakfast like
at the airport,
almost all of the trip.
Every trip,
Because we are there so early.
Then
That's the one of the place to hang out.
Fastest and cheapest one is always McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah. So after at 10, I never actually wanted to get any McDonald's breakfast at all.
Why?
It's just remind me of the airports.
Oh, it's different. You eat outside and eat at airport is different.
And also when we are in Taiwan, the only food that we have is maybe the breakfast, Taiwan breakfast.
The tanping and what's that?
It's like bread lah. It's like
bread, and then some is like the
sandwich,
and then tanping is basically like egg with roti canai kind of thing. Yeah.
So after that, then maybe most of the time we will actually skip lunch.
Usually just go convenience store, buy some rice ball, onigiri or whatever, then just pack up and then just wait at the venue until the end.
Until the end, then dinner. It's very seldom we actually go those night market to walk, right, because we are so tired.
Unless we only do that at once the event end, and if only we decided to stay back. Otherwise, it's usually the next day is like rush, check out and then go airport. That's it.
Yeah. If frankly speaking, like when you mentioned like, did I actually visited any night market when I'm in Taiwan? I would say
you've been attending since what, 2016?
16?
Minus that COVID period.
Yeah.
At least 5-6 years.
Yeah, 5-6 years. If you ask me, if we go any night market, maybe one. Maybe the early few time.
That time, because it's like
it's so fresh.
Yeah, it's like must go when you are in Taiwan, must visit their night market. It's so famous, right? So well known. After that, it's like okay.
Yeah, crazy. And in the early I would say early days of like attending events, we will still go after dinner. We will still hang around till late.
Yes.
Just to discover is there any fun place to
you usually will ask the local artists or whatever, any suggestion, anything, like at the beginning lah.
Yeah.
Eventually like
now we just want to go back and rest.
And then wait for the next day.
Yeah. Okay, like how you what's the criteria for you to decide which event to participate?
I think this one is usually we just look at how famous the event is. how
You may
how
look at the crowd. Look at the crowd.
look at the. I mean,
The-
of course,
the
we don't know
skill
that.
and also the
Usually,
crowd.
yeah, we look at the year before. Of course, the well-known one is like guarantee. Like, must join. I think the last 2 years, since I really start going into this toy thing, right? Then it's like all the big one when like you guys attend, and I feel like, oh, I need to attend that one also.
I think you actually went through all the big event, right?
The big one, yes, I start the Taipei Toy Festival, Thailand Toy Expo, Singapore Pop Toy Show, ToyCon PH, Jakarta Toy Fair, Hong Kong SCG HK Elephant,
Toy Show.
Toy Show not yet.
Toy Show not yet. Yeah, but now change to
Change
Amaze.
to Amazing Toy Show, yeah. So the major one lah, attend at least once.
Not bad. Not bad.
Then eventually come to a conclusion that this year need to change my plan.
So what's your strategy now?
Have to slow down on overseas one. Like just now I mentioned the like Jakarta, Tainan and Jakarta in January and February probably will be my last overseas event for this year. Not sure what will happen next year yet, but for now this is the plan to stay active in local event first. So Super Toy Fest is one of those, and then the rest is more on doing merchandise, and then see hopefully some collaboration happening. Then slowly build my own brand locally first. There's one issue also why I come to the decision to cut down overseas event towards end of last year is that I realized my appearance in local event is not too many.
Yes.
Although you say like, oh, there's not many toys event happening in Malaysia, but there's other craft market, there's other SCG event or any other event like KL Illustration Fair, Comic Fiesta, all these events that we can showcase our works and then let more people know. Because like you can see the difference of when we attend event, right? Only those who know our toys and those who know our brand in the toy scene, then they will talk to us. But the rest don't really know what we do. Like, especially for myself, like they know like, oh, this one, you do toys, right? But like other than that, they don't really know the brand or my character. So I realized I need to appear in local event more to build my brand locally first, because for the past 2 years
You've been making
going all out for overseas event to the point like when they say, oh, Malaysia toy artists, they know I'm part of them. I'm part of you guys, right? I'm part of the Malaysia Art Toy Showcase. When they say like, oh, Malaysia team, I'm inside. They know my brand, they know but when come back here, it's like I don't have that kind of acknowledgement yet. So I need to re-strategize my plan to one thing also, because money really go out too fast when attend overseas event. So it's time to slow down and then focus more on building the brand locally first.
So as for you, like because you have two babies, right? You have Bullshit and then you have Dudu.
Yeah.
So which one will you prioritize for now? Because both also your creations.
Yeah, so I think for past 2 years, that's what happened when, of course, we always like to create new characters, and then whenever we create one, we always feel like, oh, I need to go all out with this, and then very fast you have new idea, then you want to do another one. Then at one point I have two characters that I want to push at the same time. So every event I will do both exclusive for events, and everything I'll do two together. And to eventually come to a point like they are not here or there.
Yeah, because
so I'm quite stuck to like that. I mean, there's only so much time to focus on one. There's only so much time and energy to do one character, and then when I want to do two, I thought okay, but turn out it's not as easy as I thought. Then I remember last year when we went to Hong Kong, right? We got a chance to visit Kenny again, Kenny Wong.
Wong.
So you helped me to ask that question. It's like when like for myself, for me, I have two characters that I want to do.
Yeah, should we focus only one?
Yeah, like what is the advice to when someone like us, we have multiple characters that we thought every character got potential,
Yes.
and then we want to do everything we can to make this character work, right? So what are the advice that he should like we should do? I remember this one clearly from what he said. Like even for him, he been struggling for many years to do many characters. Basically, if not mistaken, he got four characters. I think Molly is the first one, and then there's latest one is Sam. Then there's the Yu Tong, right? The fish, the like the angel fish one. Then one more, if not mistaken, it's like astronaut or something. It's not space Molly one, but it's I think it's an astronaut or a diving. Oh yeah. I think it's like a diving one with copperhead, right? Or something. Okay. Anyway, so basically he got four. Even for himself, right, he been focusing on Molly for the longest time. And also took him about 10 years to work on Molly to get Molly to what she is today.
Yeah.
So he told he very clear, he very honest to us, like he also sort of neglecting the other few characters for many years because he only can do so much for one character that. So
and like, people also like the audience will only like focus on one character that you keep pushing, right?
I mean,
if you have a lot, then people will have to start get used to a new character.
Yeah, I mean you can create like in a universe, they are appearing in a universe, but
you still need a main.
Yeah, you still need to have a main one that you put everything you will focus on this character only. So for myself, after listen to what he advised, right, it's like, okay, I think it's time to push Dudu as the main, and then bullshit to put aside. It's not like I'm forgetting and no longer touch bullshit anymore, but it's just like
Dudu is
more workable for myself, like in terms of creating and in terms of ideas. I have more things come out with Dudu. Even even every event when I think of an exclusive, somehow Dudu is more flexible.
Yeah, true.
And then the character itself also, I mean, it's more commercialized. It's more able to push to the mass market.
Yeah, it's more fun to play with.
Yeah, and then like bullshit is like you only have a very niche crowd that will appreciate this.
Whoever that gets the joke.
Yeah, I mean it's like although it's my first, or I will not like let go this character because no matter what, it's still my first one. It will still be a side of it. Like if you realize after this advice, and then I come to a decision, eventually I start drawing few times like Dudu is usually bigger, and then bullshit usually is smaller next to it. Yeah, they're still in the same universe. It's just like I need to focus on Dudu more from now on. So that is the plan.
Okay. So like it means like previously Dudu actually sell better than bullshit.
It's getting more recognizable. Of course, the first round of supporters, even in KL Illustration Fair recently, right? There are a few that came over and then asked, where's that cow? they recognize one thing also, like all my characters have the same eyes. So
the eye
look sideways, right? So in one way, it's like people recognize my work based on the eyes. So some will ask, some will remember, oh, I saw this eyes before. I know this bear, okay, but where's the other one? So some will ask for that. Like,
sometimes it's very confusing. It's like when you are not promoting the other character.
Yeah, then people look for it.
Ask for that. And then you're focusing on this character. People ask for that.
Yeah, people ask for another one.
When you bring it out, people are not buying.
Yeah. It's like when you have something and then the moment you put like sold out, then people ask any more. Then
It
the
took you
rest
so long just to sold out.
the rest is there, right? They don't
Ah.
ask one. They only ask the one that sold out. Then they want.
Human
Even
behavior.
my bullshit is like I did 20 pieces. I sold for 2 years. The day I sold out, then the day people ask like, hey, the brown one still have. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
what it is. So this is I mean, for we need to have a main character lah. I would say to make people more easily to identify our brand. That's like as much as possible, of course. Like even for yourself, usually when it comes to creating characters, it's like you always have the ideas to create characters.
Yeah, it's always fun and because you need to of course it's fun to create new characters, but to maintain the same
Maintain
character is very important.
Yes,
As it's like
it's like your child lah.
Michael
It's
Chua
like,
equal to Yuren Okasama.
Yeah.
That's the rest is not important.
yeah.
Yeah.
The fun part is when you're creating characters. It's like you give birth to a baby, right? You can just like next one. So it's like you give birth already. You need to like nurture the whole thing until it grow.
Take a while. Take a while to let the world to see your
Until
work.
they go college. So
Yeah. So like now you're focusing on Dudu. Will you feel like because your full focus is on Dudu. Will you face like will you come to a point that sometimes you will get burnout or maybe we ran out of ideas or things because you only focus on one?
I think the burnout part happened before when I tried to push two. The
Yes,
actual burnout.
Sometimes
that
also
I
you didn't
feel.
know you have an idea. You have an idea.
Yeah.
You didn't know which one to apply on.
Or it's like you always have to separate the attention. So at one point it's like when closer to the event, it's like you are not here or not there. You're always stuck in between. Like everything is like 50% only when you get ready. Two characters for that event, right? Both actually just 50%.
Yeah. It's not like focus on one. Then it's like full force on.
Full force, yeah.
On that.
Even you say like even sometimes when we want to do content, we want to draw something, we want to like
You still have to choose.
you just in my mind it's like the stubborn part of it is like I need to include both. I need to let people know this too is mine, that kind of thing. Then it's like you sort of stuck in a dead end like it's not here or there when eventually like that is the creative part also. Like for bullshit itself, I have the issue of like although this is the first character, when I attend convention in Chinese speaking convention, like the Taipei Toy Festival or Hong Kong Elephant, or even when we go Shanghai, when I go Shenzhen, all this, usually the crowd will not get it.
Yeah, because it's
as much as we thought like bullshit is a common term that everyone use, but for them they if they don't get it means they don't get it.
Yeah, even if you translate, they still don't get it.
So I actually got this actual response when people ask me like, "Hey, your Chinese zodiac is cow, is ox, is it why you do this bull character?" No.
You like to play with shit.
Yeah, it's like I mean, it's like very hard to explain to them, but even though when you take out the head, it's like it's a shit body, and then it's like wow, but why? then you mention to them, because bullshit is a term when we used to when people tell lie or people, it's like they don't get it.
Yeah.
But when this character go to Singapore, even in Malaysia, even in Philippines, I just leave it there. You will see people just walk to our booth, right? Then just point at it and start laughing. Then when you open and show them the body is a shit, like, wow, brilliant idea. They start laughing and then they get it like immediately. They understand the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's like
So your character is one for East Western, the other one for Eastern.
I mean, it's not really for Western. It's just more like it become the market is like smaller. The crowd, the supporter will become smaller because like those who really get it is very niche. Like they understand the joke, they understand why the tail is a middle finger, like all this thing. Then when I tell them like, this whole thing inspired because I worked in the service industry before. I remember this one in Hong Kong, the first elephant pop toy show. That first elephant event I attended. The person who bought this, he working in a hospital.
Oh, okay. So he can
relate because he's like, I understand. When I tell him the story, I work in the service industry. He's like, oh yeah, he's working in like the customer service side in a hospital, like handling patient, handling. So it's like, when the family member or when the patient injured or pass away or whatever, everything they will blame the hospital, that kind of thing. So he's the front line who handled that part. So when I explain to him, he understand. Although he's of course mostly in Chinese, but they understand the joke. They understand the whole thing. So it's like that connection very important, but it's very rare to have that kind of connection.
Yeah, true.
And then most who understand the joke, like in Indonesia, in Philippines, Singapore, they understand the joke, but not to the point like they must spend that money to buy the toy yet. So at one point, like, and then usually I try to play with puns most of the time, and then my creation or whatever. So the shit pun is like sort of like almost used up already. Have some other ideas, but it's like
it's very hard to further develop this character.
I have ideas that I want to do, but at this point of time I have to put it on hold first, and then focus on do first, and then hopefully eventually got the budget and that time is right, then I will do like
maybe like a
new one.
Special appearance.
I actually have a prototype, the sort of like 2.0, but the budget is not there to produce. So that is the sad but reality part.
So like what do you do when you're stuck in ideas? Like is there anything that you would do?
Go out, walk around.
Like walk where? Walk in the garden
go mall, go art exhibition, just watch show. I think especially right now, like busy preparing for CFKL, and then the next one is Super Toy Fest. Yeah, once like we always have a time like we have not enough time to do work. We need to stay focused and do work, but the more we do that, right, the more we will stuck in a circle, and then eventually like ideas gone.
Just stuck there.
Yeah, you're just stuck in there. Like even like you're like talking, like we draw or whatever. Sometimes we can't even draw that one line or draw that first circle to start. It's like it's just as simple as that, but sometimes it's like, you force yourself to, draw the circle first, then only eventually things will happen. But sometimes you can't even put that first.
Yeah, I also do the same. I like window shopping as well.
Yeah, I mean
just go around and see what's the things happening around.
Like for me, right? Even we say I don't really buy blind box or toys. But every time I go to the mall with Pop Mart, I will go in.
Just to shake the box?
No, just to look around. As much as we already know the latest release or whatever, we just want to go there and see like what are all these people doing, like what is this toy design, like the sculpting, the paint job, the color, or anything. You just look at the packaging box, the idea. somehow it will spark some new ideas come
Yeah,
out. So
yeah.
it's like I even go to Toys R Us just to walk around. It's the best thing. Like you go shopping mall,
No
right?
wonder Toys R Us there's no business. Everyone is like go and
Go there,
press
get.
those that
Oh yeah, that's my
that-
favorite entertainment when I go Toys R Us.
some got like
the
sound effect,
dinosaur one.
lights or thing.
The dinosaur one press, then you they'll make noise, then it will start moving. Then the car, the button, everything will press one time. It's like just go see the world lah. Where it's like one of my best pastime to really go out and walk. I like to walk.
Okay, good, cool.
I
cool,
don't
cool.
really exercise, but I like to walk.
But one thing that I would do, like, there's two things I would do. One, I would say three things. One, go take a bath.
Many things.
Go take a bath. So when I stuck in ideas, I would go take a bath, then clear my mind. Then eventually I would think of something.
Yeah, just I think usually like we always see this internet, right? Where you finish one argument, that you lose the argument, and then you go shower, the idea come out.
Yeah, something like that.
Should have said that just now. so it's like if you are stuck, then you just go take a shower. Then it's like yeah, correct.
Yeah. Then or sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah. When I'm stuck or when I'm too tired and can't think of anything, I'll go to sleep.
I
That is
think
the best-
it's like
of
there's
the
no
best.
point fighting. You just sit there and then cannot move on. Just it's good to rest and then start fresh again. Sometimes we are just too tired because you are doing the same project for many hours, right? And then eventually you come to a point like suddenly your mind just blank.
Yeah. You need to let it take a break.
You cannot, because you already come to a roadblock and then you just like keep banging the wall, thinking like eventually you will break through and then get the ideas again. But it's okay to stop, just U-turn, go rest, take some rest, and then go see something else, do something else. Then idea will suddenly come out again.
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
just
yeah.
jump back straight and start
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good to rest. It's always. That's why I don't know when was the last time I stay up late. As much as possible, no matter how rushed I am, when it comes to time to sleep, I'll sleep.
Yeah. Let yourself calm down.
Like sleep and then wake up early and then start working again.
Yeah. And then the third thing that I would do is I never like to drive, but when I like ran out of idea, I like to drive around without any purpose.
Yeah.
Just drive around blank, or maybe I just turn on a podcast. I don't really listen to it, but I just want some
Noise at the back. Yeah.
So I'll just drive, and just like something like talk to yourself when you drive.
I sometimes like to stuck in the jam also. I don't know why.
It's like
Not like purposely,
not when urgent.
No, not when urgent, but it's just like when I maybe go someplace already or in between, suddenly it's jam, like I won't like like that kind of thing. It's just my
It's
mind.
just like a regular jam.
Yeah, just my mind just go blank and then like start thinking. I don't know. It's just there might be some ideas come out, or sometimes usually of course don't use your phone when driving, but sometimes idea come out, type very quickly on the note.
Yeah, or send voice message to yourself.
Voice message, or have a notebook or something to write
But
down.
still be careful, because
Yeah.
traffic police is all over the place.
Always watching.
Always when you
watching.
touch the phone, he's right
They're
beside
there.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's also one thing that I enjoy the most, especially when I let's say I from my studio or my gallery, like maybe off work like 4 or 6. Eventually there's gonna be traffic jam, but it's not very jam. It's still okay. So I like the moment that I drive back my home. Like
Suddenly everything slow down.
So then you just like
and
you have time for yourself.
Yeah, you can't even rush because
It's jam.
you can't control that. So it's like just slow down and clear your mind a bit, look around. sometimes you just get some random weird ideas
Yeah.
come out.
Okay, the I think other than like when you do creation, right, the most stressful things is like you're on your creations. But another kind of stress is like during toy conventions that some people are selling good and maybe yours are not going as well
Yeah.
as you plan.
Yes.
Do you feel stressed about it?
Yeah, obviously. There's one reason why is I mentioned that last year, towards end of last year, especially after the last one should be Taipei Toy Festival in October. So I come to a conclusion like, okay, this year 2025 I need to cut down the overseas event. One thing also because like same event, sometimes you say like big competition around, be it in our booth or other booth, other artists also. Sometimes the contrast is so big. Sometimes you just questioning yourself like, is it my things got problem, or is it my design got problem, or is it I didn't promote well enough, or or is it like is it just because of material? Is it like sometimes we do resin, and then some will say like, oh, vinyl will do better, but but I don't have the money to go for vinyl yet, so I need to stay with this material that I can afford, and then I can do, and then this size because of course people will say like, oh, bigger one can do well, but I can only do smaller one. Sometimes design wise it's like some will say, oh, this color should be better, or this suit the theme of this event. There's a lot of things that you need to consider. Of course, we try to plan as much as possible before that, and then when you attend event at that day itself, you will face the actual reality will come to you. Then you start questioning yourself. Usually, beginning of the first day, of course, like very
Still got hope.
enthusiastic. Like got hope. Then eventually you see like something not happen. Especially some event is like the event start, let's say 11 o'clock, and then for first 3-4 hours, zero sales. Don't have people even come to your booth and look at your things or ask you about your things. Like sometimes it's like my display not like did I not display anything here,
no,
or
the display location is not in a good
yeah
condition.
sometimes we also we can blame everything. I mean, other than the queue blocking our booth, the rest is like, oh, is this booth is not in the right corner, or that corner should be more people see, or this side or whatever, or is it I need to put higher, or the lighting problem lah, all these things. There's a lot of things to consider, and then you start questioning yourself, and then at a certain point you will for me I will drop into that hole of doubt, self-doubt, a lot of things. And usually towards the end of the event, you'll pick yourself up to just to like make the full use of this event, even though didn't sell anything or didn't sell much. Just go interact with artists, go talk to people, give out the stickers or whatever to exchange, and then build a connection to at least not waste the event. But I come to a point of like, because I've been doing that for the past few events. Every event also like, oh, doubt again, and then the next event like, oh, I joined this event, I need to prepare new things, and then doubt again at the event, and then oh, I make full use of this, I need to build connection, make friends, and then next event like, oh, I need to make new friends, and then connection again. Eventually like I feel like, oh, I can't be spending so much money go make friends anymore. It's time to face the reality. So that is one reason why I was like, okay, need to change my game plan, because at the beginning of when I step foot into this industry, like I just go all out to attend as many events as possible in overseas. Then it is I would say it's sort of like backfired some way, but I didn't. It's not like totally waste of time or what, but I still gain a lot of things from events like that.
It's just also a learning curve.
Yeah, it's just a learning curve, and of course the something that money can't buy. But the reality side is I need money. So that's why I changed my plan to focus more local event or maybe online one in the future. But yeah, I mean the self-doubt definitely is there.
Yeah,
It
because
always.
most of the time, like we attend in a group, right? Because like maybe some certain designer that didn't like do well, some other than you start doubt yourself. Sometimes it took me like years to actually discuss with you about this issue as well, because the like first 2 years you're so on it, and then
You also don't want to like straight pour
cold
water,
water
cold
on you,
water like
so because everyone has their own way lah. I would say
yeah,
that,
correct.
like, let's say like now you should actually focus on one character first before you bring other character.
Yeah.
And then especially when you have two or more than two, then you will know which one is it works better. So then you only focus on that one, like what Kenny Wong mentioned.
Yeah.
And another thing is that Kenny Wong also mentioned that if you really want to make names in this industry, you have to at least stay for 3 years in the market,
Yeah.
in the industry, just consistently to promote it, and until like I think sometime this year we actually have a longer conversation, like how to really focus on your do and how to brand it, how to give stories on it. It's not, I would say it's not because of any material size, things like that. It's about the content.
Yes, correct. So this one is actually I'm glad. I mean, this is when, because like we mentioned last time, right? We hardly will meet up and for casual meeting.
And
For
of course
casual
we don't
meet-up.
really discuss each other's
works.
creations.
Yeah, in like usually we meet up during event or some exhibition opening, then we will appear in a crowded place, then we just like hi bye, and then we will chit chat, maybe drink a cup of coffee, and then that's it. We hardly will really sit down and talk seriously, like in depth of like what are we supposed to do,
what you should do,
Yeah.
what you need to change.
then
Because
sometimes
some people will mind.
yeah, sometimes it's just, I mean, artists itself, we have our own ego on protecting our own things. So
Yeah.
sometimes when others question about it or give some opinion, you're like very defensive, right? Why are you telling me this one? It's like, you also not doing so well. Why you ask, why you telling me that kind of thing? But yeah, so that conversation, like I brought it up that time because I mean, thankful that we are doing this podcast, because I got some more time with Michael. So it's like for his experience in the industry, right? So that point of time, I was quite stuck for my preparation for KL Illustration Fair. I know I need to do. I have a team for this whole thing, but I'm quite stuck on how to elaborate it into more things. So I brought it out to him, and then he like sharing to me like, you're supposed to do this. And rightful enough, suddenly it's like the wall just break off, and then it's like the idea just boom, that night I go back, wow, idea come already.
Then he just tell me like, oh, I want to do this. Wow.
A lot of ideas. Eventually, it just helped to push the whole thing to a next level, to like, oh, I really usually when we
It's more organized. I would
it's
say.
more organized. Usually we observe, we know things that we're supposed to do, but sometimes we don't know how to start, or sometimes we don't know
You're not sure whether
are
it
we
works
doing
or
the
not.
right way, or until usually just like someone else just telling you the same thing. Actually, you already have this in mind, but it's just locked somewhere. Then this person just come and use the key, like open up, and like.
Definitely, thank you for sharing with me.
Yeah.
Because I know I see the potential of the character, but I didn't want you to like hit the wall.
Yeah, correct.
So it's best that you start from making content instead. Then from there you will actually easier for you to develop to a better
Yeah.
better situation.
Yes. So it's like always when like we hardly brought up
Yeah,
this
I
kind
know.
of things. Like,
Yeah.
very obvious is like we know each of us have our own problem, personal problem in terms of creation, in terms of ideas or whatever. We always have this thing, but when we meet up, we always just talk nonsense and like laugh, haha. Even in the group chat also sometimes we try we can't go serious for too long, and then just like then
you always
forget,
go somewhere.
yeah. So it's like it's very important. Like each of us will have our own input on certain things. That I mean, it's good that when we really got time to sit down and talk about it, then it helps it helps. Definitely, it's like this whole thing is lonely at some certain point of time when it comes to creating your things, and then you're stuck in your ideas, your creation. But it's good to at least have a group of people who are in this industry, in this field, that doing the same thing. So we understand each other's struggles and the challenges we face. As compared, like sometimes we tell even our family or our friends, they actually don't know what are we suffering, like, or what are the struggles we are facing.
Definitely, they
Because
don't understand because they are
most of them they look at sometimes our IG story or what, like Monday afternoon in a cafe. Like, wow, good life, no need to work. But they actually don't know what we're doing, like or they don't understand, like, hey, your life okay, what, you're still very free, weekday you can go shopping mall, that kind of things. Like it's like anytime you can go here and there, eat here and there, go. But the actual things that we don't show it.
Yeah, because also sometimes that we don't talk certain topic lah. I say, but like let's say for myself, when I have doubt, when I have I'm facing some issues, I will actually talk to. Sometimes I would text Kenny Wong as well to seek for opinion.
I think one thing also, I'm not sure, maybe because of like age. So like for me, I'm okay to tell because you are my senior. Like I think I will get guidance from you, but maybe sometimes I might not go to someone younger than me. So like, hey, I have this problem. Like what do you think? That kind of way. But it's good that at least we know there are people that we can approach when it comes to this kind of problem. I mean, we are always. I mean, sometimes we might not even have a solution, but at least talk it out, and then you never know who will able to help.
But also sometimes it's also good to mix with youngster as well.
Yeah, sometimes their
Because
idea is
one thing they're
they
young,
see things
so,
differently.
so they are not afraid of failing.
Yeah, they still have the time to fail.
Yeah. So most of the time I like to hang out with them. It's like they have some very, I would say, more crazy ideas that you never thought of, or they are not, because we've been in this industry for too long. There's certain restriction to ourselves. And when I spoke to youngsters, they are new, so they are daring to try a lot of things.
Like even for yourself, like your recent painting is totally different from 1 year ago, maybe the painting styles.
Yes. I have to say that I have to say it took me
we witnessed the struggle of you.
Okay, that's the point that when I draw everything, because of my previous training, it's like I draw things very neat. And things has to be very clean, and because it has been like I've been using that technique for like more than 20 years, so until a point that you realize that this way it doesn't work, and other than you are learning from you need to learn a new skill, I would say. And one of the artists that I spoke to is definitely will be not Kenny Wong, is Jackie Lam. 009.
Oh, is it okay? 009.
Because I also witnessed that he's been changing his watercolor style into painting, and at that point I have this struggle, and then I texted him that asked for opinion, and he gave me some like directions, like how can I work on it, and he has been very nice and share a lot of input as well. And also, let's say another artist, Shafiq Nordin, when I come to painting, like how what's the size, and if I want to do die cut, how does it how to do it. So he share a lot of like knowledge with me as well. And then of course our close friend Jefferson. Jefferson, the artist for Our Boy, and also Long Long. He also the artist that when I have issues, especially when I painting, I will actually seek for his help.
And like for Jefferson is like he explore a lot of way to draw paint things very casually.
Yes.
But you will see at the end of it is like it's an artwork. Because he tried to do paint his work not in a very traditional way.
And of course it's also because he didn't been through the stage that I've been through. Like I learned
Draw circle must
I mean like I went through the training, the comic training, so a lot of things, there's a lot of rules.
Yeah.
So Jefferson didn't have those rules that restrict him. Yeah, so our ways are very different. So when he look at my painting, he know that this is planned. You plan it to do this. This is from your heart, you draw from your heart. This is not design. So
it's like very structured plan from sketch to
Yes.
finish work. You already have everything in your mind. But for him, maybe he will more like just paint.
Yes.
So
he was when he see my work, he will know that this is design. You plan this purposely. Then this is you explore something new. So he can tell just from my painting.
So from there, I think you managed to overcome that traditional way of painting, and eventually, right now, you use this more free style.
Yeah. But it took me a while to give up what I learned. it's like I totally
delete
throw away, delete it, start fresh, struggle. You get used to the uncomfortable. Then eventually you will be there, because whatever you learn is still there. It's just that the habit that you been practicing, you just try to throw it away and pick up a new habit. Yeah. So maybe maybe a few more years, I will actually throw again the
and
habit.
do clean one again.
Yeah. To reset again. Yeah. To learn new stuff.
Yeah.
So it's always nice. I think like as a creative person, we should actually keep trying new stuff. So don't be afraid of like changing your
style. Correct. It's like you can't really, I mean, it's best to have some works that recognizable in the long term, but eventually you need to adjust and modify from time to time to keep your creativity going. So that's why I always enjoy going to exhibition, like toy shop, all these things, to get some info. And even though I like myself also not really in the traditional painting or art, my only art lesson is from primary school or secondary school.
So that's the thing. You don't have the
I don't have the structure or the like. Every time I look at so like for me, it's like when I see every artwork, it's like nice, because I cannot do that. It's like nice.
Yeah, so the practice is very different.
Yeah, but it's good. Like just keep open mind, and then
talk to any of your artist
anyone
friends.
you admire that person. Not especially now, social media is so easy to reach out. Maybe they'll reply you late or whatever, but just reach out, and then you never know. Some of them might actually respond to you and give you advice. Like if this person not sharing to you, then look for another one.
Yeah, and of course, when he share his experience, say thank you to him.
Say thank you. Don't just like just
Don't keep
thumbs
silent.
just silent then sin then you walk over. Just say thank you anything, or next time you see this person already, just mention like we
I think
check
it's
before.
also because we attended a lot of toy event and we spoke to a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
And we have like closer connections, relationships.
Yes.
So whenever we need help, we talk to them. They definitely will share their inputs.
Yeah, where info they have like hardly will keep all this very general info that they can share.
And of course, if we struggle, it also mean that the artist struggle before. So
Definitely, no one have an easy route lah.
Yeah.
Everyone sure struggle one.
But it also it's always nice to have friends that are willing to share.
So whoever want to share,
So
please
like
reach out.
maybe like next few issues we will actually next few episodes we will actually invite artist friend
Yeah,
to come up to our podcast to share their experience. And of course, getting our magazine also, you can learn from them as well. Because it's very tough for us to ask questions, and also because each of the artists has their own style. So we will actually study their background as well.
yeah.
Then we will ask questions based on their experience as well. So most of the questions you will get answers,
bit
and also you learn from them.
In depth
Yes.
kind of question.
Yes. And then the latest issue 3 is gonna release
What
most probably next week.
So fast. Next week.
Now send to print.
Already sent to print.
Yeah, so most probably you will receive it next week then.
Whew. Then Super Toy Fest definitely will have some.
Yes.
Then we will distribute to other distributors.
So whoever interested to get a copy, do PM us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's all for this episode.
We're not sure what we talk about, but yeah, we finished one episode. Again. That's what podcast about.
So whoever, if you want to know more about our journey, or any things that you wish us to talk about,
Leave a comment.
Leave your comment.
Let us know.
And let us know, and of course, like, share. And subscribe as usual. And we'll see you soon.
See you very, very soon.
Peace out.
Yeah. Bye.